think being loyal is a flex because that's supposed to happen.
Happy in a relationship if you don't have self-love.
Don't cut yourself short and like be like focused on this one person that whole entire time. Like,
everybody comes into your life for a reason, and everybody teaches you a lesson.
Ryan Little.
Hi, my loves.
Oh, we're all doing it? Oh, I didn't know.
Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. It is Narali Mota back here again with another video for you guys, and I'm here with my two best friends. We are here to do a quick little girl talk. I asked on Instagram for you guys to ask some topics. They also posted it, and like, you know, I got some juicy questions.
The tea is gonna get
tea,
spilled. Hot.
Period. Relationship, body positivity / you know, body dysmorphia stuff, and what else was it? What was the other topic?
School, you said
maybe
school?
like everything.
Just like overall girl
Yeah,
life.
just like girl life, you know.
Yeah.
We're spilling the tea, our experiences, advice, and stuff like that. So we are excited, and I thought, like, why not bring my two best friends into this, you know? Period. But I got a couple of sections out here. I forgot to add the ones that you did, that you sent.
I sent them in the chat.
I know you did. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm a little unorganized, you know. There was my last video when I said that I had my life together for content creation, and I fucking lied because I haven't uploaded a video, and like I had a video scheduled and it's just not uploaded. I'm sorry guys. I'm the worst YouTuber out here, but
That's a lab.
I know.
Like, that is this one.
Oh, here. We're gonna start with some general questions that we got asked. The first one is, what is one regret that you have? And I don't know who wants to start. Okay, you can start.
One. I feel like one regret that I have, like, I don't really have like life regrets, but something that I'm not proud of would be like the past relationship that I had with my parents, especially my mom. But I feel like it was also because of like my past relationship. Like, me and her would just bicker. Like, I was just very, what's that word? Like, I didn't want to listen. Stubborn, yeah. I was really stubborn. Everything that she said, I was like, no. But at the end, like, you always know, like, mothers know best.
Yeah. They always have the best intention.
And they're always able to read people before you are. So it's not really a regret. It's just something I'm not proud of. But now we all have a great bond. Like, that's my shawty. That's my sister.
My shawty.
One regret.
I feel like, so I live by like no regrets, like like zero.
I feel like we all do.
Yeah,
because I feel like everything happens for a reason. So like, there's definitely things that like I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. That was kind of stupid.
Yeah,
but
I feel like one. So this was like, I don't know, from when I was younger. So my grandparents. This is gonna get dark for a minute.
Oh, damn.
My grandparents passed away. I only have one living grandparent, and I remember when I was younger, my mom would always be like, call your grandparents, you know, like call your grandparents. And I'd be like, bruh, I feel like calling them. Like, and I was like, I don't know, like 10 or whatever. And then now to this day, I always think back, I'm like, damn, I should have called my grandparents, because you never know when it's the last time. And that could be with anyone too, like with your friends, like text your friends, your family or something like that. So one regret, and I know it's got dark, but like, it's okay.
I kind of have a similar thing to this, though.
Like always like check up on people. Like, if you're a kid watching this, call your grandparents right now. I'm just telling you, call them. I literally tell it to Ethan's brother and sister all the time.
Also, like, one thing that we all do, and like I feel like we all do it with all our friends. Like, some people are like, what the hell? But no, like, one thing that we all do is that whenever we hang up the phone, or even when we're just texting, we always say like, okay, love you.
Yeah, that's very true. And like, I know people who like don't do that, and I don't know, like, I guess they don't feel comfortable doing it, but I'm like, I don't know, like, I just, so like, it just flows out.
If that were to be the last things that we would have ever said to each other,
you know,
I would have that comfort that was like the last thing.
I actually have a similar thing to you. Not really calling, because like, honestly, I still have to work on that. Like, I guess I didn't learn from a mistake. But my grandma, when she did pass away, one regret that I would say I have is that like, she passed away while she was in DR, and then like I was like a lot younger, and like me and my sister were just like, oh, like, no, we don't want to go over there or whatever, like to go say goodbye as she was flying out. And then like she did end up passing while she was in DR, so like I feel like that's one regret that I would go back and like say like one last goodbye, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's something that I regret. There's probably more stupid stuff that I've done that isn't like as deep, that I'm probably like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. But with people, anyways, even though this is like disregarding like the grandparents and stuff like that. I feel like with people, I may regret letting some people into my life, but then at the same time, I feel like everybody comes into your life for a reason and everybody teaches you a lesson. So I'm happy that everyone who's come into my life has taught me something.
Facts. Straight facts.
No paper. What's that say?
Facts, no
paper.
Oh,
Facts, no.
No, don't even
Y'all
say
know
that.
I've never heard that. But
Really? Oh, I've never heard it until you. Whatever.
Next topic / question is tips that help with anxiety / depression.
I'll let you know when I find out. No, I'm just kidding.
But I mean, I don't have like deep depression or anything like that. I feel like one thing that does get to me is school. And I've talked about this before. It's more of like anxiety filled. Like I don't know why I get like this, but like something I feel like last semester I had it really bad. I don't know if it was because like it was our first like semester that we were like fully like remote and like I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
So like I just have so much on my plate. That's another thing that I learned. Like honestly, like don't take everything out just all at once just because like you think it's gonna be good for you. Like at the end of the day, like you need to prioritize your mental health and like give yourself like self-care days. Like still be on top of yourself, obviously, but like prioritize like yourself. Like if you think that you need a breather, make sure you do that breather because like it's gonna get you and like you're gonna cry.
Yeah.
So that's what I learned.
I don't suffer from like any like severe mental health at all, but like I have like people in my family and like people I'm close with that do. So like from what I've learned from those experiences, and I'm also a Scorpio, so like Scorpios tend to like keep their emotions inside, like they can never like be. I think Taurus is kind of like this too, like, and especially you don't do this either. Like I don't cry in front of people. I don't really show my emotions. If something's bothering me, like I don't.
But I
really
feel like
say
she's
it.
to the extreme.
No, like I literally don't. If something's bothering me, I don't say it, and I feel like it's not always good to like keep things bottled up. Like at the end of the day, like if you just get stuff off your chest and like afterwards you just feel so much better. So I would say that's definitely a big thing. Like just have at least that one person or like those two people. I have like my two people right here that I just talk to like that. So. Yeah, don't bottle things up like I do.
Yeah.
It's okay to cry sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's okay to cry.
I'm the crier.
Literally.
I like have to force myself to cry sometimes because I feel like coming, but I'm just like, am I dry inside that nothing comes out? But I feel like for me, with like anxiety or when I have, not anymore, but I used to be really bad, but like now when I like tend to have like those off sad days, one thing that helps with me is like something that's consistent too is like the gym for me. Like I go there and that is literally my safe haven. I am
putting us on.
No,
I am me like in my zone. Like I literally release everything there and I finish my session and I'm so much more like clear-minded. Your serotonin levels are high. But also when I feel like it's an off day or it's like I'm feeling that sadness that I kind of have not felt for a long time, I like try to reflect at the end of the day, like maybe what triggered it and also like find something to be grateful for because there's something to be grateful for every single day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just reminding yourself of those little things and being appreciative, like it's like, okay, like keep going, like that little push that you need, in my opinion.
The
next thing we have is what are you most proud of yourself?
Oh, there's a lot.
I feel like
we're some bosses, yo. Like
no facts. I feel like we
surround
all
yourself with good people, cause
yeah, we definitely all have that grind mentality, and that's something that like I'm really proud of myself too. Like I work my ass off for like the things I have, and like people are like, oh, sometimes people will be like, oh damn, like how'd she have all that? And I'm just like, I work my ass off, and I feel like that's like the same with all of us. Like we all have very different jobs and like occupations, and we all want to do very different things. But at the end of the day, like we grind for what we want, and like that's how we achieve our goals. So I feel like for all of us, that's something we're all really proud of. Yeah,
and also like for me personally, I feel like getting out of high school is like the best thing of my life. Like I know like they love fucking high school, bro. They love high school. I'm like
I miss some part of high school.
I didn't mind being in high school, like like I had my friends, whatever. But like I just feel like getting out of high school was like, oh my god, like there's a whole ass world out there outside of high school, and like
especially because you dorm too.
I did, and like I met a lot of people or whatever. Obviously, it was cut short because fucking Corona. But like I don't know, I just feel like I expanded myself on like even like finding like my like switching my major. Like I went in to do criminal justice, and like now I'm doing marketing, and I just feel like it fits me a lot better. I got a lot more into like social media, which like we'll get into that later. But I feel like even though there's bad things in social media, I feel like social media is kind of like my creative outlet. And I feel like while I was in high school, like I always wanted to, like I've always been into like YouTube and stuff like that. But like also like in high school, you have so many people that are judgmental, and it's just like, yo, like I didn't want to put myself out there because like me talking to the camera, and then people would like I literally had people like, if I would upload every now and then, people would be like playing my videos in class, and like as much as I'm like,
that's
yeah,
why
I made that.
I used to make YouTube videos. That's
exactly, and it's like then I guess like they don't realize it, but like they're low-key laughing at you, and it's just like, okay, like I feel uncomfortable. Like why are you playing it out loud? So it's just like I feel like I really grew out of that, and I'm like now I'm like if somebody plays it out loud, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's me. Like I put my ass into fucking editing these videos. Like I take mad long editing these videos, filming these videos. Like it's like a process. So I feel like
look at you doing better than them though. So like who's laughing now? Who's laughing now?
But wait, don't get it twisted. I miss high school, but there's certain things I miss about high school. Cause you making it sound like I just high school. No, I love college. I have met so many amazing people. Like I joined a sorority, and I know people that were she joined a sorority. No, I'm dead ass to change my life, and like.
So what are your majors? That was another question, but I didn't know where to put it.
I'm a criminal justice major, so I want to be a cop. I want to go into law enforcement. I want to go to the FBI. But like the things I miss about high school are like the teachers. I feel like the teachers were such a big influence in my life, and they always pushed me to like do better. Like Nicole and I were very close with teachers. Narali was close with teachers
Some
too.
of them,
but like I just miss like the teachers and like having them because they were always like
they
like
a ray of sunshine. So much. Yeah.
Miss Martinez, if you're watching
Miss
this, we love you. But yeah.
Me?
Yeah, what's your major too?
My major, right now I'm double majoring in political science and journalism and media studies. My goal though has always been to be more of like entertainment, like broadcast, host.
So when's the YouTube channel coming?
The other question though, I feel like in general speaking, something that I'm also proud of, like us three, is that we're all almost 20. So like for almost 20,
I am 20.
She is 20. We're almost 20.
I'm the baby.
But like for our age, I feel like I'm really proud that we're not consumed or that we don't indulge in the same things that people our age do. Like I feel like we are like 10 steps ahead of everyone. Like
that is
our plans in life, like our goals in life, we prioritize things that other people would not prioritize at this age. They're just like, oh, like you're never gonna be this young. Just go out, do this, blah blah blah. But I'm like, all right, but I gotta do this first.
Yeah.
That's not gonna help me do this. So I feel like that's also something that I'm really proud of us. And then
we're not boring, by the way.
Like, yeah,
no, we're not boring.
We love going out and like having good time. Cause like we're college students at the end of the day. But like
we go out,
we have trips. Our shit like prioritized, and it's like I'm not going out. It's like I'm not going out if I got shit to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like that's why I said like priorities. Like I'm not gonna go out if I need to get this done first. Blah blah blah. But then personally, I feel like I'm really proud of who I have become as
say that.
a woman.
For you,
for me, because like they know I have grown so much, and it's like
in this past year specifically.
I was gonna say like ever since quarantine started, I did a complete 180, and some like mentality wise, like my emotions, like I became so much more emotionally intelligent. I can express myself a lot more. I take so many more chances, so many more risks. So it's like, and I'm finally like living life very unapologetically. Like I'm putting out in the universe what I want to attract. So I feel like I have never been so content with everyone and everything in my life and who I am, and confident in who I am as a woman, as a friend, like as a daughter.
And like those who like know Nicole like would probably be like, don't look like that. Cause like on the outside, Nicole always holds like a straight, like she's fine, she's chilling, we good. But like mentally, like we could say definitely as her best friends, like she has made a whole like 360.
Like her mentality, the way she thinks, the way she like talks too, it's just like completely different. She's a lot more positive and like positivity in her life now.
Yes.
So I'm proud of her. I'm proud of all of us.
Yeah, word.
I'm over here. Let's count how many times Renee plays with her hair.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time.
Like 37 times.
Like, yo, you know what's crazy? I've gotten comments where it's like, yo, can you stop playing with your hair? You're so fucking annoying. I'm like, damn.
Say, tell me how you really feel.
I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. But I still do it anyways. Jeez. Question is relationships. Somebody asked about like relationships and self-love. I feel like that's a very Okay. And I feel like that's a very general topic.
You cannot be in a relationship if you don't have self-love.
Yeah,
That's very
It
true.
will lead to arguments that are most likely unnecessary.
And, like,
Insecurities. You're going to
insecurities.
get messed up mentally. You're probably going to end up hurting the other person when you didn't even mean to. And you're going to get out of that and you're going to be as lost as ever.
And I really feel like you need to, that's facts though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you need to know how to love yourself because however you're going to expect someone else to love yourself if you don't even love yourself.
Yeah.
And one thing that, like, a friend told me that, like, sticks with me is that when you learn to love yourself, you learn to not look for somebody that's going to complete you. Because if you're looking for somebody that's going to complete you, you're going to be dependent on that person. And that's not how it should be. You're supposed to look for somebody that is going to complement you and is going to reflect who you are, like the great person that you are, and reflect the great love, the great relationship that you guys have, vice versa. So,
And I feel like even like when you are in a relationship, like when you're with that person, you still have to have like your own hobbies. Like
Yeah.
you don't want to be. And I said this like when I did the boyfriend tag thing with Ricardo. Like you need to be able to have like your own breathing time because you're not gonna be down each other's necks all the time. You're gonna get tired of each other,
Y'all
and
need
it's gonna be
space.
frustrating.
Facts.
You need to have your own hobbies, your own interests, and do things like on your own time.
yeah.
Like, obviously still love them or whatever, but love yourself, know your shit, and, like, don't be completely 100% dependent on that person.
Love is the best love.
That's key. Like, if you don't got that, you don't got nothing.
Next question is, how to maintain a relationship. We have
Yeah, we have different perspectives and different
I mean,
relationships.
kind of, but, like,
No, we do.
No,
Not
we
kind
don't.
of. We do.
I mean, like, maintaining a relationship, I feel like we kind of have the same ideas for that. I feel like our relationship stories have been different.
Why y'all
Okay.
No, I just want to see Nicole's
Okay.
face.
Okay, anyways.
That's
so,
like,
okay, so like little background. She's like married. She's been in a relationship for like 5
Oh, I
years.
thought you said. I thought you. I was like,
No. She's been in a relationship for like 5, almost 6 years. I've been in a relationship for almost 2 years, and she's single, but she's been in a relationship that sucks.
It was not healthy at all.
Toxic.
Yeah, no.
Bleepers. So 5-year relationship, almost 6-year relationship, almost 2-year relationship, and toxic relationship in the past.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's our.
Line
That's
up.
what we're
Our
going
lineup.
with. That's what we're
That's what
going
we're
with,
going
right?
Definitely having your own space and your own like time dedicated just to the things you like and your own hobbies. I got into my relationship when I was going into freshman year of high school.
She said high school sweetheart.
Yeah, I was 15 and Ethan, my boyfriend, was 16. So he was going into his junior year, I was going into my freshman year. And yeah, I never would have thought it would have, gotten to this point, to be honest.
Mhm.
Like I never would have expected that. Because he had just gotten out of a relationship and then literally moved to me, so me being a high schooler was oh yeah, cool. And it was funny because literally so many girls were dating juniors at this time, and
That's true.
That was a
no
phase,
shade,
yeah.
but we're the last one standing, just saying. But anyways, those relationships didn't really end well. I'm sorry for them, but
She's like, can't be me.
but now I'm
Yeah.
a sophomore in
Not
college.
me too, though.
Wait, what?
I said me too, though.
Oh shit, yeah, because
That doesn't count. That doesn't
That
count.
doesn't- no.
Ricardo's my first real relationship.
Yeah. I was only in 2 relationships, but I was in middle school before, so
Yeah.
don't really yeah. So we've been through a lot together. Clearly it's gonna be 6 years in September. So
That's crazy.
definitely,
That
I
is
know
crazy.
it's insane. Everybody says it to this day. So definitely maintaining that. I mean, I'm not saying it's all freaking rainbows and unicorns. No, you're gonna have your arguments. You're gonna have your
You'll
disagreements.
get past the honeymoon
But
phase.
yeah, no, you'll get past the honeymoon phase. It's not always gonna be like that. But it's at the end of the day, it's someone you love and you care about. You'll work it out. And just like I said, maintaining your own personal spaces, doing things together. Definitely have your date nights. Make sure you continue doing what you can to
Keep that spark.
keep that spark. Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, you're never gonna always see them every single day. We would always see each other for the first 2 years, every single day. We had to see each other. And now we're not gonna die if we don't see each other for one day. It's okay.
That's crazy because that's something that me and Ricardo never did. We never saw
Really?
each other every single day.
'Cause
I mean,
it was
the
different.
way it was working out though, It just didn't have to. Like, you guys, they went to high school together,
Yeah.
so obviously they would see each other every single day. Like,
Yeah, we
for
went
me,
to
it's
high
like,
school, so
I had
it's
school, he had
different.
work.
Exactly. But yeah, just
Oh.
make sure you do your own shit
Yeah.
at the same time.
And
And
also-
continue to love yourself.
Also, like, still, like, supporting each other is definitely, like, a thing, because, like,
Yeah.
you want to, she's like, yeah. No, honestly, like, just
We're
because,
gonna
like,
get into Mia.
yeah, we're gonna get into her after. But, like, honestly, supporting each other through, like, your goals, even if their goals aren't, like, exactly the same goal that you have, like, still support that person, because at the end of the day, that's something that they want to do and that they want to see. And, like, you can't just, like, be greedy and be like, oh, it's
Yeah.
all me.
'Cause they have their
and, like,
own
don't
life,
bring
too.
them down for it. You know what I mean? Her face. No, but I'm serious.
It's honesty.
And one thing that I would definitely say too is, like, always think, like, what would you do if, like, roles were reversed?
Yes.
Like, that is so
Yes.
important, because it's
Mhm.
like, you don't want to, like that will avoid so many arguments.
Yeah.
Literally, like, if you think, like, oh, what would I do if roles were reversed?
Yep.
Period. Like, that's just gonna be a mind changer, and, like, just use that in your relationship and you'll avoid arguments. Look at the, like, something that you did and you're like, I don't think that's wrong, I don't think that's wrong. How would you feel if that person did it to you? And then ask yourself that question. If you were mad, then they have a reason to be mad.
I live by that. Yeah, definitely.
I think that's key.
So Nicole.
Go.
So, what's the question?
I maintain a relationship.
Yeah. So, from my past experience, a foundation. Like, I feel like it is so important to have a foundation and a base to start from. Like, you're not gonna get into a relationship with somebody you met a week ago and, like, you don't know, like, how they grew up, you don't know their mentality, like, you don't know anything, like, you have nothing to base off liking them. And just liking them for their their external attraction
Yeah.
is not gonna be it. Because you can be dating the hottest guy, like, ever, like, panty dropper, but what is he on the inside?
Looks
Most
is the
likely
first
an asshole.
impression. Then
Looks
it's
is
not-
the first impression, yeah, but, like, at the end of the day, I feel like what attracts me even more to somebody is who you are on the inside. So it's, like, just building that foundation of, like, all right, are we at least a little bit compatible? Do we have some of the same goals? Do we, like, think the same? Is our mentality the same? Like, priorities, like, are you in check? Are you just, like, going out being crazy every week? So it's, like, having that foundation, because if you don't have the foundation, then it's like, why is this even gonna go further?
No point.
And that's, like, for anything in life. Like, if you don't have a sturdy foundation, your house is gonna collapse sooner or later at the end of the day. Also, like she said, support. You're gonna be in a relationship and you're gonna be competing with your significant other. You're gonna be jealous of your significant other's successes, when it's like, damn, like, my successes are supposed to be your successes,
Yeah.
vice versa.
Uplifting each other.
I'm supposed to be your cheerleader, vice versa. That is so important. Support. And then I feel like overall, just, like, establishing things, like, communicating things from the get-go. Like, I feel like one thing could also be like, oh, like, guy best friends, girl best friends. All right, we're going to establish our boundaries with them from the get-go. I don't like this. Okay, we're going to make that known since the very beginning before we even get into a relationship. And also being 100 from the start. Because there's a lot of girls and a lot of guys where it's like, oh, like, they didn't know I was crazy until we started dating. I had to make sure I had him unlocked. Like, baby, how is that something to be
Being
proud
crazy
of?
is not a flex.
That's
I'm like,
not a
how is that
flex.
something
It's
to
not
be
a flex.
proud of? Or just being
Being
like,
toxic is not a flex.
yeah, or no, when people are just like, oh, like, he didn't know this about me until we started dating. Like, how is that something to be proud of? Because then that means that they fell in love with an image of you that
Yeah.
isn't really you. And now
So
you're
just
trying to,
playing them.
and now you're trying to keep that going. And you're arguing almost every day because you're not the same person that he fell in love with, vice versa. So just being you and being unapologetically you from the beginning and not sacrificing anything of who you are or what you like to do or what you love to do for anybody else.
Period.
Because in a relationship,
I talk so much.
in a relationship, there are gonna be like obviously you're gonna have sacrifices and like you're gonna come to
Yeah.
compromise, but
Yeah.
like don't make it be like you're the one giving all the sacrifices and not the other person.
You're not supposed to be
A
sacrificing
relationship
your
is
entire
supposed
life.
to be 50-50. So, moral of the story, be your significant other's, what was I gonna say? Be your
Biggest
significant
fan.
other's biggest fan, support each other, and be honest and open.
Yes.
Healthy relationship. How to maintain a relationship. It says friends dating exes. You're not my friend
I don't-
anymore.
We're not friends.
We're not friends.
Because
Wait, I'm confused.
like, what do you think about your friend dating your ex?
Oh, I can't really answer.
Yeah, she doesn't really have.
I don't really, bro. 6 years.
But like, let's say like, God forbid, like you and Ethan break up, like, and one of us dates him. We're not friends.
Oh,
God forbid me and Ricardo break up, and
Yeah.
like one of them be we're not friends.
We're not friends because well, first of all, in general,
Loyalty.
that means that you were probably thinking about something or plotting
Yo.
while we
While
were
you were
together,
in a relationship.
and that's that snake-ish, and that says a lot about you, and I don't need that around me at all.
Facts. Cut it
Because if you
out.
can do that, you can do much worse.
Yeah, honestly,
So-
like I have cut people out of my life because they've done that to another person, and like that's just because like if you could do that to another person, like the tea that's being spilled here. If you could do that to another person, though, like imagine what you could do to me. Like
That's that rat.
you don't need that
Like,
in
you're
your
a
life.
rat.
You don't need that negativity. You
You're
don't
a
need
rat.
that like I would not feel comfortable. Like if you do that to somebody else, I would not feel comfortable bringing my man around you because
Yeah.
you were no. Just,
You're the rodent.
You dating my ex.
Go back into the sewer, because that's that.
Exactly. In our high school though, like that was really common. But I feel like you'll have a different perspective of dating in high school.
No,
because,
my
like,
perspective in high school, laughing at your whole.
No,
bro,
because,
y'all
like-
I'd be cracking up.
My
over here.
perspective in high school was how
But
they
the
would be
thing
like,
is-
yo, my homies are green. I'm like, your homies in mine.
Eh.
Your homies
No,
told me
but, like,
this.
It's just crazy because like in high school, I feel like it was so common in our high school for like people to be dating each other's exes, and like now I look at that and I'm like, what the fuck, like y'all good? Like that's not real
I never did that.
friendship
I
right
never gonna do
there.
that.
And like it's different because like I feel like a lot of the relationships in our high school like weren't like serious relationships. I feel like now like we're seeing people like in serious
Yeah.
relationships. So I feel like high school relationships aren't serious, but at the same time like she has different stories.
Yeah, no,
like,
no,
she
no.
has
There's like, you know, when there's like a 1 in a million chance
That's
type
her.
thing. That's
That's
her.
literally me. Like that's how I literally explain it because you don't hear that often. Even adults are like, "Damn, y'all been together that long." Like you don't
High school
hear
sweethearts?
that often, and it's crazy. I can't even like explain like how like I mean I couldn't explain how we're here, but like you know it's just you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna be with this person for the rest of my life because you don't know
Yeah,
that
no.
for sure until you start seeing like I'm gonna be with Ethan for the rest of my life. Boom, period. But like from high school, that's crazy. Like
yeah. So dating friends, dating exes, nah, you're not.
yeah, no, get out of
That's
here.
not. Dating advice to younger girls. I made this question.
Aww.
But we're gonna have
Kiara,
different
if you're
answers.
watching this.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have different answers. I feel like.
I don't know.
I can say from my personal experience, like I don't know, for me personally, I wasn't allowed to date in high school. I mean, like, you know, your parents always tell you you're not allowed to date, like you do it anyways, like I did. But like it doesn't count. It doesn't like I don't think that person counted. I feel like it was a lesson learned, and I feel like it set my standards up high, and like thank God I didn't end up with that person because I'm not much happier relationship right now. Like
I would be in jail for murder.
no, literally, like thank God that wasn't anything serious.
Yeah.
But like even though it was like a short amount of my life, I feel like I learned a lot of lessons from that.
For sure,
So I'm thankful that like that person God bless whatever they're doing.
Nothing.
Okay. But everyone comes into your life for a reason. Everyone teaches you a lot of lessons, and the one little fling thing that I had in high school, I'm happy that it happened because it set me up to like, and even relationships for my friends. Like
Yeah,
I would
friendships.
see, not really you, because like you was like married high school, but like other people's relationships that I would see, I would be like, okay, like I learned a lot from that. Like I would see so many girls like crying over like relationships. Like my parents would always tell me like, oh, like you're not allowed to date until you bring me your high school diploma, and I never understood that until I actually like started like getting into a relationship, and I'm like so thankful that like I didn't invest so much time into like an actual like guy in high school because I just feel like when you're in high school and like you're so young, like you're you're still developing mentally, physically, everything, and it's just like a lot of like a learning process. So I feel like you need to be able to like enjoy your literally childhood. Like that's literally like you're still a child when you're in high school. Like obviously we just graduated 2 years ago. Like
Right.
I still have like some childhood like fucking or child thoughts, you know. But it's just like enjoy what you're doing in high school. Enjoy your friendships. Don't feel pressured into being in a relationship just because your friends are in a relationship.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big thing because like people think like, oh, I gotta be in a relationship so I can look cool, you know? Like I'm cool if I'm in a relationship. I'm cool if I'm having sex. I'm cool if I'm hooking up. And like little ass kids too. And I'm just like
Middle school, bro.
And it's
middle.
Yeah,
no, now
what
it's
do you guys
crazy.
think?
Like things that are
There's
happening
like
in
fucking
middle
5-year-olds dating. I'm like,
oh,
why?
bugging. Like it's you still, like Narali said, and I'm sure like y'all are gonna be like, oh well, you know, you're hypocritical, you had a boyfriend your whole entire life in high school, but like I didn't stop myself from doing things. I still did stuff in high school. I still hung out with my friends.
You didn't
It's not
compromise
like,
who you were.
Yeah.
exactly.
She was very involved.
Yeah, no, I did everything in high school, and like I'm glad I did. That's something that I'm proudest moment. I actually did shit in high school. Like I actually was involved, and just because I wasn't in a relationship, I didn't like cut that out because a lot of people do that. But I feel like now, like kids in high school and stuff, like you're still a kid in high school, but you have your whole life ahead of you. So like don't be so focused, because hey, maybe you'll be like me and Ethan, like you'll be that one in a million, but you're not always so sure. So don't cut yourself short and like be like focused on this one person that whole entire time. Like do things that you
like
want
9 out of 10 times, like no offense, like I know like when you're in a relationship you're like, oh my god, like this person gonna marry you, it's not.
No, it's not.
But like
you don't know.
You don't know that. And like honestly, a lot of the people, like guys in high school, like they're not thinking like I feel like girls always mature faster than like guys, 100%. So like you don't know what they're thinking. Like they're just like, yo, this is the next person that like I'm trying to be with. You know what I mean? So like
just like I was gonna say like don't like I told Renee, like don't compromise who you are for anybody. One, I promise you that the boy in your hometown is not gonna be the end all be all.
And also,
I promise you there is more when you go to college. More when you explore the world.
And not only just that, but like like when you're in high school, you're literally like have like a fish tank, right? Like you have a fish tank.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta go into the ocean.
Like a small fish tank of selection. And when you leave high school, you're like, damn, yo, this is the ocean. Like there's so many like people like these they're little boys.
They're little boys.
They're little boys.
And also like one thing that my mom, like I live by this, is that she always continues to tell me, she's like, just because one person did not appreciate the love that you were willing to give them and they did you dirty does not mean that there is not somebody out there in this world who is literally crying, begging, and praying for the same love that you gave somebody that didn't deserve it. So there's like, don't let something from high school, from personal experience, turn you cold. Like don't let a little ass 15-year-old that's just a horn dog change who you are in so many ways and take so much control over your life. Find yourself first. Be confident in who you are. Know what you deserve. Like, don't allow shit. Like, just boss up. And like, know your priorities. And if it happens, it happens. If you're a 1 in a million case, you're 1 in a million case. Like, you don't have to be closed off to love, but like, at the same time, just know what you deserve.
And also, don't feel pressured into doing like giving your body up for just anybody, because I feel like that's very important, especially for like people like in middle school. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like when I was in middle school, I was
who
not
you
even
let in your body is a soul connection, even if you don't think about it, because their energy is literally going to be in you. So even if you stop messing with them, like in a few months, in a few weeks, even the next day, if they were a one night stand, you have whatever that person was maybe dealing with in you.
Yeah.
By the way.
No, and I can actually speak from personal experience, because like obviously Ethan and I started dating when I was a freshman. So I lost my virginity at a young age, obviously, but you don't go around bragging this shit. Like, it's not like a flex. You had sex. Wow. It's not a flex. Like, keep that to yourself. Be mature. Like, make sure you're mature enough until then. Like, Ethan and I, from experience, we did not go right into that. Like, no. I was so, like, very closed off, and like I knew I had to wait for that person. And when I felt like Ethan was the one, of course, but you know, we didn't go around telling his friends. I didn't tell my friends. We weren't friends like in freshman year, so like I didn't really tell them anything because we weren't close like that. But like we didn't tell anyone for like a year, like literally the longest time. And I think that's what. And
I feel like for you it would have been hard to tell people because you were like so young, and people were probably gonna judge because like
exactly.
People judge,
oh yeah, no, people judge, but like
especially for females.
Exactly. Yeah. But don't go. My biggest like advice: don't go telling people that you're doing it. It's not a flex, and plus I think that's what like Ethan and I are not out here like showing everyone our whole entire relationship, and that's something that y'all little kids need to really get in check, because you're out here showing everybody this and that, like, oh my god, we're so perfect. Like, no
relationship is perfect. First of all, that's
relationship is perfect, and a private life is also a happy life.
Yes, that's literally how Ethan and I have survived that long. Yeah, because everybody else was out here showing everything, blah blah blah, talking about the relationship, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk about it. I ain't gonna say shit.
Yeah.
Period.
So that's advice for younger people.
Yeah.
Be careful who you're around with.
Who you let in.
Who you let in. Don't feel pressured by your friends. Be very observant about the relationships that others around you have and learn from their mistakes, learn from their lessons. Because I feel like for me personally, that was a big one. Like, obviously, I wasn't out here having a relationship because, like, you know, I'm Dominican. I got them strict ass parents. So I wouldn't even talk to the guys. My parents would pick me up. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna walk to the other corner. Don't come near me. I'm not interacting with men or
why is that?
boys.
That's still Nicole though. Like Nicole be like, I'm gonna at the next corner, bro.
No, literally. Don't talk to me if my parents are picking me up. But like, it's just.
I'd be like, my parents can't see you.
Yeah.
No, I would literally do the same thing.
I'm like, my parents can't see you. No. You are not at that level that my parents can see you. Keep walking.
So just learn from other people. Like, even if you're not in a relationship, definitely take their lessons and apply them to your life.
Take notes.
Get your standards up. Don't bring your standards down for no little.
These standards are at the bare minimum right now.
Yo, like,
so like
being loyal is like a flex. Like, bruh, no, nah.
Like, congratulations, you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do.
Don't think being loyal is a flex because that's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
If you're flexing,
if like you're like, oh my god, my man is so loyal. Like, oh my god, your man would never. Nah, bitch, he's supposed to be loyal. He's supposed to be loyal. Period. All right. So next question is tips to get over heartbreak. I can't answer this one.
I can't really answer this.
I mean, like, kinda, not really.
Damn, I feel attacked.
I feel attacked.
I don't think it was. I mean, I felt sad over like flings that I've had, but it's not like. I feel like my relationship right now, if something were to happen with that would be heartbreaking.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine that. I mean, like, a heartbreak in middle school don't really count. Like, oh my god, I thought this man was gonna be. Yeah, but no, it's not like.
Boss up.
Yeah.
Because, like.
Bounce back. Bounce back better than ever.
Yeah.
Don't even do it in a petty way. Don't even do it like, I'm gonna do this to get his attention. Hell no.
Yeah.
Move in silence. Hustle in silence. Bounce back better than ever. Like, come back. Like, if you want to disappear, if you have to disappear, go ahead, do whatever you gotta do. But do not allow yourself to get stuck in it in that like mourning moment for so long that you proceed to lose sight of like your goals, your ambitions, all that you work so hard for, who you are like as a woman. Like, you knew a life before them, you're gonna know a life after them. That's it.
You've lived so many years without that person.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
Go out, travel, find somebody, like,
find yourself again.
Maybe find somebody in
like,
Paris.
not that you lose yourself when you're in a relationship, but like there's so much that like
a part of you
knew that like you knew with just this person that it's like, okay, what do I do now? Like, find yourself again. Because you're definitely gonna lose part of yourself. Like, because when you're in a relationship, that person becomes like low-key a part of you.
Oh yeah,
like 100%. Like, you think like about stuff that you do, you're always gonna think like about them. Like, you know what I mean? So like, find yourself and make sure that you're good and figure out your life goals with them out of the picture and grind for that. And it's okay.
Keep
you
it
can
pushing,
cry.
shorty. Or
you can cry.
Man. Keep it pushing.
Yeah. You can cry. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna happen because it obviously hurts, but keep it pushing. The last question for the relationship section is, what do you think of your partner having a girl BFF?
Or guy BFF, like vice versa?
Yeah, vice versa. I mean, we're still girls version.
Sorry. Sorry.
What do you think about her? I don't know what to say.
I
feel like me and Renee are on the same.
So it depends. So like, I have a guy best friend. We've been best friends since high school. Like, that's like my brother. I'm an only child, so like I consider him like my brother. And some girls be like that, but then they end up like dating their brother. You know how in like high school they be like, oh my god,
I'm my best friend.
No,
this is my boyfriend the next day.
Oh my god, I used to crack up when I would see that. But no, like for real, I have a guy best friend, and like we're just friends. Like, I don't know how else to put that, but like, if Ethan had a girl best friend, like I wouldn't mind, because I'm like, I have a guy best friend. Like, it is what it is. But like, there's a difference where it's like, oh, if it's,
she wants to go out,
she came up out of nowhere, and I'm just like, like, what do you mean? Like, if
that's what I'm saying.
Like, even were to get a girl best friend now, I'd be like, where has she been the past 6 years? You know what I'm saying? So it would be different. But like,
that's
like
how
Jacob and I have been friends since beginning of like high school, we got closer like that, and then we just
That's
not
it.
close.
That's what I feel like for me it's different because like I'd be like, yo, what the fuck, where did this bitch come from? Like the fuck.
No, I feel the
because
same way.
we've been dating for mad long and you never brought up a person and then I don't know where you have a BFF, like is she really your BFF or is she trying to get your dick? Like
Right.
you know,
like Ethan knows like I have a guy best friend. Like Ethan knows Jacob is my best friend. We all hang out together. Like we all do stuff together. It's not like, oh, like we're just all hanging out by ourselves and I never invite Ethan. Like no, like he comes hang out with us and all that kind of stuff. So it's there's a difference. If a girl just popped up out of nowhere, I'd be like,
yeah, I feel like there's definitely like, I'm like, why can I not have like a guy best friend?
yeah.
But if it gets to a point where it's like, I mean like our guy best friends, well, me and
I had a guy best friend,
we've
but then
always
he
had
left
that
in
like
college
very
and
healthy, like literally it has just been like that brotherly friendships. And it's also like, I don't like, for me it would also be like, damn, I don't mind if you have a girl best friend. Like she said, like if you've had a girl best friend your entire life, all right. Like I know some girls are like, oh no, you gotta cut her off. I'm like, no, like let me meet her. Like can I be friends with her too? Like
that's true.
like
because
can I understand like your relationship so I know like we're not to like maybe get jealous or get questioned. Like let me know from the get-go so I like, so this doesn't lead to more problem in the future. But it's also like, just like, I don't know how I would feel because I'm also a very friendly person. I like to make so many friendships. Like at the gym I've met so many friends.
People.
I've become a lot like more, like my social anxiety is not as bad as anymore. So I have a lot of friendships. So I know like it's very easy to make friends. So it's like, okay, if you make a new like friend that's a girl, like just as long as you set those boundaries, like, hey, listen, I got a girl, like it's respectful. She's like, because there are some girls out there that are gonna be like, oh, I don't care, she don't gotta find that. And I'm like, no, baby, you better make me catch a case, but catch a charge. Anyways, catch a charge. But it's just like, as long as those boundaries are established from the very beginning,
and
no miscommunication, like no confusion, that y'all should be good. I don't
want it to come off like I'm like completely like against like guy best friends, girl best friends, because like I'm not. Like I feel like because this is the thing, I've had a guy best friend before in the past, and then he got a girlfriend, and it's just like. And, like, I had no type of intentions with this man, like, at all. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's here.
Yeah.
I had to think of that.
Okay, anyways, I had no type of intentions with this person, obviously. And, like, obviously I respect his girlfriend, so I wasn't going to be like, oh, my God. So, like, I feel like it can be. So, like, I wouldn't want to be the person where I'm, like, all, like... No, like, if there was already, like, a best friend there, like, I would want to, like, create that bond. Like, kind of like a sister bond. Because, like, if they see him like a sister, like, you know, like, it's... I would obviously want to
understand how your relationship works, so then like I can see how it stands in ours. And
also like just make sure like y'all know the intentions, because like if y'all been together, that's not your friend, that's not your best friend. Like nah, like that's another thing. Because like I feel like if I find out that like we start dating and like this is your girl best friend, and then I find out y'all hooked up, I'll be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So, like,
got your charge. Woo. Going to jail.
Got your case.
Got your case.
Like, oh,
Lord.
Nah, and I feel like you'll know. Like
you know,
girls,
get the girls have the
like
instinct.
us, but like we're really good at having that like first instinct.
But we're also really open. Like we can make friendships super easily, and like for the most part, like we're able to read people. But like we're always spot on. Like when a girl has like those like slick intentions, we are always spot on.
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of dumb sometimes.
Well, I feel like but like it's okay because we know what's up, so we can
I was just like damn, she kind of touching your man the way she not supposed to.
But nobody ever like touched my man, because then I'd be like,
no, we're just saying example, like
just in case.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I feel like
just in case.
Sometimes. Hashtag gains.
Going in for no reason.
Be friends. Like it's just crazy because like sometimes like I never realized how like shady girls are until like
it's scary. That's why
I got in a relationship.
I literally like
I got in a relationship. I was like, what the fuck? Like yo, like we just
bitches be
like,
bonkers.
Y'all just met us as a couple. Like how the fuck you're like okay, but it's just like you know what I mean. So girls be shady, but it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. Just, you know, I don't even remember what the question was.
Girl best friend, guy
best friends. So just know your boundaries and set that up.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh my God. Don't be in your head. Definitely be open with communication if you do. And like, if you ever feel some type of way, like you clearly had a reason to feel some type of way.
Yeah, that's
feel
key.
some type of way. So like, communicate that.
Communication is key.
Oh, one thing though, if you are in a relationship and you have like a guy best friend, girl best friend, there's no reason like why like this goes with boundaries though. Like your partner should be your best friend.
Yes.
So this goes with boundaries. They're not supposed to know everything. They're not every little argument or like, oh my god, like we didn't. Why? And that goes in general, like with your friends. Nobody's supposed to know all your business. Is this like a 3-way, 4-way relationship? No, it's between you and your partner. That's it. Keep it that way.
Oh, that's facts.
That's facts.
So that was that question.
Period.
I'm not opposed to it, but it hasn't come up in my relationship.
To it either, but if
it just happens to happen, I'm gonna be like, where the fuck did this come from? Like, you found her like lost in the corner, like what?
I can fight.
Like, where'd she come from? But
oh my God.
I feel like if it's something that you walk into a relationship with, that's something that you need to like
establish from
the beginning and learn the boundaries and accept that person. So.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next topic is body/self-love. How did you guys become confident in your bodies? This question is honestly like I feel like social media puts it out to be like for me personally, like I post like a lot of like, obviously I'm not like posting like nudes on Instagram, but like I post like stories and stuff talking about like self-love or whatever, but like at the same time like everyone has their own insecurities, and this train is gonna pass by. Okay, so everybody has their own insecurities, and like there's stuff about me, like my body, and even though people are like, oh, but like you're so skinny or whatever like that, like it still gets to me. Like I'm not 100% like confident, but like I still have self-love for my body because it's like my body. So I feel like it's not really so much of like me having 100% self-confidence, but like self-love, if that makes sense. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I'm definitely not, like, I don't really have, like, that many insecurities. Like, I've tried to work on all of them, like, correct my flaws. But it'll definitely be the days where it's, like, I'll have those days where it's, like, yeah, I'm looking a little chunky here. Like, I bend over and I'm like, dang, you can see a little something flop over it. But for the most part, I feel like because of the gym, like, I just see my progress. And I know I am, like my body, like, how I was before.
And what's crazy
terrible.
Is, like, even though, like, I keep saying I just started going to the gym. I've been working out since, like, this summer, and, like, you guys saw that I did, like, the Chloe Ting challenges and stuff like that. But, like, I feel like I started going to the gym and, like, working out, and, like, even though it's, like, yeah, I see, like, progress, at the same time, like, I feel like every day, and this is something that I really do need to work on, like, every day, I'm like, oh yeah, I see progress, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, I need to fix this. I need to change this. So it's just like, and somebody told me, Ricardo told me that like going to the gym is like, what was it that he said? He said something about like going to the gym is like the biggest addiction because you're never gonna be content with the progress that you see. Like you're always gonna want to see more progress. I'm like, yeah, it's good, but at the same time, you have to take a step back and like realize like, relax. Like,
I think another thing that helped me with my confidence though is that like recently I've started stepping out a lot of my comfort zone with my style. So it's like at the gym, like when we used to go to the gym in high school, I would only wear sweaters or like this and that, and now you see me in the gym and I'm in like these little itty bitty sports bras, or like I'm going out in general and like I'm like crop tops, wearing this, blah blah blah. But it's not even to be like pick me attention, no, because it's like I'm proud of how far my body has gotten. So stepping out of my comfort zone with my style too has helped my confidence a lot.
Like with me, it's like, see, I really like going to the gym, and then like I get like consistent, and then like part of me, like recently, I just kind of like just went, like it just stopped because I just like felt like I wasn't seeing progress. But like people would be like, yo, I see progress, and I'm just like, well, I don't see it, so I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, you know, I get like in my head. But I feel like consistency is key, and like obviously that Nicole tells us all the time, consistency is key. But like I always struggled with like my body and like my weight and stuff like that, and like even though people are like, oh, like, you know, like why do you struggle with it, like you literally look fine, I'm just like, no, it's me, like it's in my head. And like I know Nicole could like vouch for that too. So it is like, it's hard to like get over, and Nicole like could definitely agree with that. Like we're so proud of how like far Nicole has come with her body, because she had like struggled with it, and we all did, some point in time. But I feel like once you really find like your passion, like Nicole was like the gym, and like you're going and you're seeing those results, it makes you feel confident. And even though like I don't always see results, I'm like Narali, like sometimes I feel like, oh damn, I'm doing so well, and like I can see them, but then sometimes it's just your head though. It's like your
Yeah.
mind games.
The next question is kind of similar, dealing with body dysmorphia while reaching your goals. I feel like she's like
Yeah, I feel like Nicole can really hit this one.
It's not easy, because there are days where it's like I will wake up and I'm like, wow, somebody got to throw Shamu back into the ocean. And then some days I wake up and I'm like, wow, I look like a pile of sticks. So it's definitely not easy. I don't want to talk too much about it just because I feel like I'm like, I like body dysmorphia. Like when you go to the gym, when you start going, I feel like body dysmorphia is just something that is like so hard to like overcome, because your body is constantly changing and you see it changing, and it's like, okay, well, now that I reach this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta reach this, I need to get bigger here, I need to get slimmer here. But I feel like just in general, I try to remind myself of how much my body does for me. Like, my body is the reason that I can go to the gym. Like, my body is the reason that, you know, like, all of my organs are functioning. So I just try to be grateful and, like, remind myself, like, my body does so much for me. My body calms me down when I have anxiety. My body, like, knows when I need rest. So when I start, like, becoming, like, soft with, well, not, like, soft, but more of, like, all right, like, cool down. Like, you need to chill down. Like, you don't need to be so strong with yourself. And then it's just like, okay, like, just as I said, like, I try to do this a lot, like, with everything. Like, just find 3 things that you're thankful that your body does, 3 things that you like about your body, like, right now, right here. Like, go just look in the mirror, and, like, that helps me calm me down. And then just in general, like, if you go to the gym, you take progress pictures. Like, if you just compare your progress pictures, you're just like, it's like, you kind of take a little breather, and it's like, wow, like, I've come so far. Like, no, I'm okay. Like, I can give myself a day out. I can give myself, like, 2 rest days if I need it instead of 1. So I feel like that's how
I feel like another thing is, like, stop comparing yourself to other people. Because, like, I know, like,
I do that.
I do that so much, and it's, like, so toxic. Because it's, like, obviously I'm not hating on another person. Like even going to the gym, because, like, yo,
I've been seeing some girl with dump trucks.
We used to go to the YMCA, and, like, there were just, like, old people there. Now we're going to freaking, like, 24-hour fitness, and there's some girls with, like, some nice-ass bodies there. And, like, it's, like, damn, like, I thought I looked good. And I'm like, But it's, like, at the same time, you can't constantly compare yourself to, like, another person.
Because you don't know where they started.
Yeah, you don't know where they started. Genetics is, like, very big. And, like, I'm still working on it. And it's not like I see somebody and I'm like, oh, my God, like, their body's so nice. Like, I hate myself so much. But, like, at the same time, it's, like, I need to...
I feel like before, like, if, like, we were to have gone, like, to the gym that we go to now, like, if we were in high school, that would have made my insecurities, like, skyrocket. But now, like, I see, like...
There be bad bitches, yeah.
I see that at the gym, and I use it as motivation. I'm like, I'm gonna get there.
Like,
I'm like, girl, you look good. I'm like, you look good. I'm gonna get there. So I use it more as motivation now.
Sometimes I literally be wanting to go up to these girls, but, like, you know, I'm too shy. I'll be like,
yo, what are you doing?
Yo, what are you doing? Like, what's your diet like?
Last but certainly not least,
because this is a very important topic, social media as a whole. I am the most social media oriented. I
think I'm the least. I've fallen off.
I don't know. You too.
I like social media. Like, I feel like I post a lot of my life out there, but, like, not, like, personal.
Well, I'm the same way though, cause, like,
I was like, if you think you know me based off my social media, girl, because I be posting, tweeting, everything out of my ass.
That's one thing about me. Like, I post a lot on social media, but I don't really. I mean, like, I'll post like my boyfriend and stuff, but, like, I don't post, like.
I don't even post anything that much anymore. Like, we don't. Like, we're out of that phase. Like, no, but it's not like that we don't post each other. It's just like.
I post.
We like, it's not like the main thing we're here to do. We're not just here to, like, post, like,
But I feel like, for me personally, like, I post, like, pictures, but, like, I feel like I take social media more as, like, a business type of thing. Like, I know some people, like, laugh at it and, like, ha ha ha. Like,
she making her coins from it. I want to hear it. Y'all hating and not getting paid.
Right.
You know, so, like, I feel like I take social media as, like, a business aspect of it. Obviously, not everything is paid or whatever, but, like, that's, like, one of my goals to be doing stuff in social media. My major is literally marketing, so, and I want to do social media marketing, so that's something, the reason why I'm doing this. And yeah, social media is, I'm the biggest fiend for social media, but I don't post like my personal stuff. Like I don't be like on social media talking about all my problems.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
Like the people who, she was literally just.
I was just talking about this yesterday. I was
the
like,
people who be posting like a black square and typing out.
Oh my god. Decapitate
Nobody cares.
Don't text me. Only the real ones know.
Decapitate.
Like, go text the group chat.
And like, don't get it twisted. We're not trying to be like.
No, we are.
Yeah.
Like the hell. Nobody cares.
No, I was gonna say we're not trying to be like, you know, like mean or something, but like seriously, like that's like, what are you in like high school?
Yeah,
like,
how old are we? Yeah.
Your problems don't belong on social media.
No one cares about your problems.
And
if you have issues, talk to your friends about it. Get advice from there. Don't be posting it on social media because at the end of the day, you're just blasting your life out there.
You're blasting your life out, and there's a lot of people who feed off of that and like wish you bad things.
Yeah.
Like literally, like people be doing brujeria out here.
Keep
like
your
somewhere
anklets on.
She got the evil eye on.
I got my cross on me at all times. Don't play with me.
Dang, I should go to church.
Don't play with me.
But no, seriously, like putting your problems on social media, like people feed off that shit and like literally wish you bad things.
People
and
use
like
a flex too to put your problems.
Yeah,
Like,
people could be praying
Congrats.
bad energy on you or bad. I don't really say energy like that, but like
Nicole
pray.
said, move in silence.
Yes, like nobody needs to know your business. Nobody needs to know your problems. Please don't post your problems on social media. Like if you're going through it, like hit someone up privately that you trust, because guarantee 90% of people that follow you, you don't even talk to.
Yeah, facts.
So definitely not. That wasn't even one of the questions. That's just social media topic. So this shit about to be like 40 minutes. Alright, so the first question about social media is favorite/least favorite thing about social media. I can go.
Okay, go. Yeah.
Alright, so my favorite thing about social media, we kind of covered this already, is basically like I'm doing marketing, trying to do like social media marketing type of thing and like brand myself as like a business. So that's my favorite thing about social media. I feel like there's so many things that are literally handed to us nowadays because technology is like so advanced that like if you have a business, it's like a lot easier than it used to be to actually like expand. Least favorite thing about social media, definitely the standards. Because like, I'll take a picture and I'm like, I don't like this, and it's just like 90%. Another thing you need to realize, because like I am very big on social media, these people that you see on social media, they don't even look like that. I don't even look like my social media. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be the first to say it. There's filters that go on social media, there's Facetune. People like, obviously, like, yeah, people are like, oh, don't use like Facetune, get this and that. Like, you're gonna want to look the best you can on social. Like, if you post a picture, you're not gonna want to post a picture that you look ugly in. You're gonna fucking, if you have like a little blemish, you're gonna want to take it out. Like, that's just real shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I 100% do it. I've struggled with acne in the past, and that's one of my biggest insecurities. Even though I really shouldn't put this in here because people are gonna brujeria shit on me. But it's true. Like, I put filters on my pictures, I Facetune my pictures, my skin probably doesn't look as flawless as it does on my social media, and that's something that we really do need to realize. So my least favorite thing about social media is really the standards that go behind it, because the people that are posting those pictures don't even look like that.
I think that what, like Narali said, my favorite thing about social media is how easy it is to network. Like, you can literally be making money from your phone. You can reach out to so many people from your phone. But my least thing about social media is most likely, for lack of better words, the fakeness that it leads to, because everyone's always going to be posting their successes. No one's ever going to be posting their failures, their struggles. No one's ever going to really keep it real, which is something that I tried to fix too. Like, I've always tried, like, just trying to keep it real, like post things that's like, it's okay to struggle, it's okay if you got issues, this and that, blah blah blah. So my favorite least thing is how sometimes like people use social media to project a lifestyle that it's either that they don't have and they want to make people believe that they have, or using that lifestyle that's fake to put other people down and make them feel like, oh damn, if you're not taking a trip every weekend, you're not making money. If you work a 9 to 5, you poor. Like, why you don't have your own business?
Another
like,
big example, I feel like, would be like, and I have nothing against plastic surgery, because if you want to get your body done, as you should, and if you got the money to do so,
go ahead,
as you should, go ahead. But one thing I have a problem with is people who get their bodies done and they say they didn't get their bodies done. They say that they got at the gym.
Yeah.
Say it louder.
Like,
Say
sis, I
Yeah.
know your ass didn't get fat in 24 hours.
Baby,
Right.
I know that hip
I know
sculpture
that
that you
you-
got done is not from doing side lunges at the gym.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
fine.
that.
There's like, go off, do you, but like that leads
Be real.
to like, yeah, like be
Yeah.
real with what you're doing. Like obviously, like nobody wants to know like all the little details about like your whole like life story and like whatever. I mean, like I don't know how to say this in like a nice way. Like what we were saying about like the don't post your problems on social media, that type of thing. Nobody needs to know like all that, but like be real with like.
Yeah, I got this done. This is why I don't got hip dips.
Yeah.
You know?
And even if like you don't wanna put it out there, like you don't have to, but like don't be flexing that you got that shit at the gym because like you
Yeah.
did it. But yeah.
Basically what Nicole said too. Like I love the aspect of like networking on social media, that kind of stuff. But like sometimes it just people just be lying out here on social media.
Out the
And it's
ass.
just like, all right, like that's too much. Like why you gotta lie? Like if you don't wanna say the truth, don't say nothing at all. Like it's people be extra on that kind of stuff.
How to better use platforms to promote self-love and positivity. I feel like even like what we're doing right now, like the fact that like I feel like we're being very real. Like,
We always
yeah.
keep it really real.
like yeah, or we like just be like authentic on like what you believe in. I like to post like if I see like a little like a quote or something that's like promoting like body positivity, like I'll repost it on my story. It takes like 5
Yeah.
seconds, and you don't know whose life that could really impact. Like I've had like people be like, oh my god, like reach out to me about like social media stuff, and I'm like, oh, like it's not like as perfect as you think it is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm very real in that aspect where it's like if somebody asks me about like, oh, like something about like I don't even know how to explain it, like something about like social media, I'm like, okay, like this is how I did it. Like there's no need to like hide it. And yeah, just be real. The next one is this is a good one. How do you not let social media beauty standards get to you? This one's hard for me. First, how do you not let social media beauty standards get to you? I feel like it's hard because like you see all these people on like your social media, your explore page or whatever, and like it's back to the same thing. Like even at the gym, like I feel like I always find myself comparing myself to people, but then you have to realize like still have like self love for yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're you, and no one is you. Literally, like no one can ever be you. So
I feel like it's one of the things though that I used to struggle with, and not even to be like, I don't know, like
not
I feel
like a hater type of thing.
no, not even like that. Like I don't really struggle with anymore. So like one thing that really helped me with like the question was not to like beauty standards. So one thing that helped me while I was like doing my whole 180 shift, you know, working on me, healing me, is that I really went through my social media following, and I realized I was following these influencers, these makeup artists, these trainers, whatever, and it just wasn't real. It was such an unrealistic expectation. So for me, what worked for me is that I literally completely cleaned out my social media following. And now it's just like, I literally only people that I actually know, real trainers, like real influencers, and like motivation pages, or like actors and actresses that I like look up to and all that stuff. So I feel like because I'm not constantly seeing like this makeup artist doing this person looking like this, blah, 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 it's helped me a lot too with my own beauty standards. And also, I suck at makeup. So I don't wear it. Like, as you can see, I don't wear it at all. And I feel
if
like
you ever need your makeup done, you got two.
You got
artists.
them. I got them. But I feel like one thing that has also helped me is that, and also because I go to the gym almost every day and I'm sweating almost every day.
Yeah, so what do you need?
I like don't use it. Yeah, I
mean, like
rarely
she also
use
has
it.
like really clear skin.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been breaking
shut
it
up,
out.
because so do you.
I've been breaking it out
I'm
though.
bringing out right now too.
But I feel like I've just like after a while, like you just get so used to seeing your natural bare face that it's just
That's literally me. Like
Yeah.
I love makeup, and like, you know, that's one of my passions. But I used to wear it like all the time. But honestly, I got tired. It
It's
takes a
annoying.
lot of work. Too.
I don't know how
it takes
y'all
a
do
lot
it.
of work to go sit down and go do your makeup, and I'm like, it's
just
not
to
that
take it all off. at the
Yeah,
end
that
of the
just
night.
to take it all off. Like, I feel like I put so much work into that, and I'm just like, But like, don't get me wrong, I love playing with makeup. I love experimenting, but sometimes you need to let your skin breathe. You need to like,
Definitely.
you know, you need to love yourself in your own skin too. So, and I never really had an issue with like not loving myself without makeup, but now I just
I
kind of
did.
like, it's like, yeah, it's different for everyone. Like, I never had, like, I would love my lashes done and all that kind of stuff, but, like, if I don't have it, like, you know, it's not the end of the world for
Like,
me, at least.
For me, like, I've always been into, like, beauty and, like, fashion and all that, but, like, one thing for me is, like, they reached the point where, like, I didn't feel comfortable leaving my house because I had a lot of acne, and, like, honestly, caking on a full face of makeup is not good for your acne.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's definitely not. Definitely prioritize skincare. That's 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it was hard because, like, I was, like, in high school. Kids are mean. Kids are fucking mean. Calling pimple face and shit like that.
And y'all probably got shrimps. Damn, I wish I was as bold as I am. Like,
Right.
whatever.
Not for real, because like I don't know what I was doing, but like I was just very insecure about my skin. That's something that I even like on my social media I've been very like upfront about. Like I used to have like hella acne.
But your skin come a long way though. Like her skin like
Shut
fat
up.
now.
Fat.
Baby
Like,
bottom.
oh my god,
Right.
like my skin.
No, like
used
you
to
have
be-
makeup on.
Like
now,
I have
and,
makeup
like,
on,
it's
smooth.
smooth.
and
It's just
even
like-
like when I would wear makeup, like it was just like, yo, I'm wearing makeup, but I could still see my acne because like you can't get rid of like the bumps. Like you might wear makeup or whatever, and like as much as you try to cover up a pimple, it's just like for me, it would just look like, and obviously like my makeup skills have come a long way, but it would just look like obviously I'm covering like a bump on there. So that was something where like makeup. It helped me, but then at the same time, it was like those beauty standards once again. So like it was kind of hard on me,
Mhm.
but I was just like constantly like looking up ways for like skincare and stuff like that. And then they reached the point. Actually, something that really did help me was even though I was like had a lot of acne, I feel like for Lent, I'm Catholic, so like we do Lent where like we give up something for.
For
Like,
40
40
for
days.
40 days.
Oh, 60 days. Something like that. I'm sorry, I haven't been to
I haven't
church in
been to
so
church
long. Oh,
40.
my mom's gonna be so disappointed watching this. But I gave up makeup for 40 days, and I was like in the phase when I was literally like wearing makeup every single day. Like I would wake up in the morning doing makeup for school, and I don't know how the fuck I would do that because now like waking up at 6 a.m. sounds like fucking ridiculous to me. So
I don't
yeah,
know how he's.
and that honestly cleared my skin up a lot. So, and then the beauty standards, I was like, you know what? It's
I'm my
fine.
own beauty standard now.
Period. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get over it, but like
Yeah, it takes
just
time.
like learn to love yourself and learn to love that
Comes
no
to
one else
self-love.
will be you. No
And
one
you're
else
not supposed
can
to be anybody else.
And you're not supposed to be
Yep.
anybody else. There's so many genetics, and know that like not everything you see on social media is real.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I feel like that's the main thing about social media. Not everything you see on social media is real. That's period, and you need to realize that.
Mhm.
The last question for this topic and for the video
Drum roll.
is: you feel pressure from social media to look/act a certain way?
No.
Honestly, no. It like I used to. I feel like, especially like
Yeah.
with the body thing. But now I'm just like, damn, you look good. You got a nice butt, like all that. But like, yeah, I want that. But am I gonna die over it now? Like, no. I feel
And-
like you get over it.
I feel like also like my social media like it's not 100% me because like I be tweeting, I be posting on my ass sometimes, but also like exactly though like my social media is my social media. I'm gonna cater it and I'm gonna fix it however I want. So it's like if you don't like it, there's an unfollow button for a reason.
Oh,
Yeah. Whatever.
I kind of like yes and no, because
I don't care.
since I'm so caught up in like social media and like business stuff, like obviously like I do use like I feel like I use social media as kind of like an inspiration board type of thing. Like the way people use Pinterest, like I use Pinterest too, but like I go on like my feed and I'm like I get inspiration of like content creation stuff, you know, stuff like that. So then sometimes I'm like, damn, like I'm really slacking, like you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh my god, I'm not posting like this and that, so like it's like annoying. And like honestly, some people might not even care what the fuck I be posting, but like I care because like it's something that I see for myself in the future.
We
So like, you know, I guess to act a certain way would really be like to be posting consistently. So I put a lot of pressure on myself because I'm such a perfectionist and like I just want to like have everything done and like done in a timely manner. And sometimes like timelines don't work out. So that's that. But at the same time, being social media like oriented, I've realized that like not to like, even though like yeah, you find yourself comparing yourself to other people sometimes, but like at the same time, like I've realized that like this person doesn't look like that in real life.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, obviously, like, I'm not to even to, like, hate on anyone. Like, because I'll be like, damn, like, obviously I see somebody looking good. I see somebody looking good, and I'm like, damn, that's a bad bitch, period. But I don't put myself down for that anymore because I'm like, there's so many things that go into a picture.
Yeah.
There's a million words behind a picture. Something like that.
Yeah, it's like
some shit like that. There's a lot of work that goes into the pictures, so
I just be posting whatever I want to.
Yeah.
I be like reposting, sharing on my story. And I'm like, you don't like it, go ahead.
No,
Bye.
but honestly, like at this point, it's gotten to like I used to feel like I used to have to post a lot too, and I'm not even a content creator. I just thought like I had to like keep my feet up, but now I'm just like whatever. And then now if I like take a picture and like on like stories or something, I take a selfie. I used to like examine every single angle of it, and now I kind of don't care that much.
That's true.
With us, I've noticed though, like I've also stopped doing it. Like we would always post like when we're together or like our locations, and like I started realizing I was like, damn, that's like there's so many creeps, like that's dangerous. So now it's like, damn, like sometimes people like won't see it, and especially it's them too, because like we're always together, and they're like, damn, so y'all didn't like hang out this week, y'all didn't, and I'm like, no, we did. I just didn't post it when we were together. Right. Yeah. And it's like not everything that you do has to be posted. Not every place you go to has to be posted.
Like even for me, there's some things that I like. There's the creeps thing is really real because like there's some things that I really stop posting because I'm like, or like I try to limit myself from posting because
my
it's
family.
just like
I have to keep my family really private.
Not even my family. It's just like
and my friends.
If like even like it's annoying because like I want to post like about like stuff at the gym and stuff like that. But like honestly, like if I post like a picture of like me like at the gym or something like that, like it'll be like not even like a bad picture, and I'll just be like getting so many fucking creeps in my DMs, and I'm like, this is disgusting. I need to literally be
people sharing your stuff, and I'm like,
exactly.
Where's
like,
it going?
You could literally be my grandfather. Why are you in my DMs? Like, I don't need your sugar daddy. You're a scammer.
Right.
Like you're a scammer.
My credit card number.
Exactly.
Like I won't pinpoint your location on satellite.
And it's scary because, like, if that's just, like, with, like, me or whatever, like, it's scary to think about, like, little girls who are, like, naive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just, like, I don't know. That's one thing that I'm, like, be careful what you post on social media.
Yeah. Especially, like I said earlier, like, I want to go into the FBI and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have to be so careful on what I post because some people be posting, like, I'm here doing this, I'm going to smoke this, and I'm like, which is fine. You want to do that, that's okay. But, like, that doesn't always have to go on social media.
Yeah.
Like, what if one day you want to go get a job at this corporate company and they're like, okay, we need all your social media handles, this and that, your tweets. Like, of course, now we know to this day, like, things, if you're a racist or whatever, that's going to come up. That's going to come up. Be careful what you say on Twitter. Be careful what you say on Facebook. All of that shit. Because you want to get a big corporate job one day, well, you know, they're going to need to see who you are behind the scenes. So they check that shit.
Yeah, that is all for today's video, guys. We talk a lot. There's so much editing.
Oh my god, yeah, you can pray for
Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And
turn on
the
the bell
icon down there to get notified every single time I post. And thank you to my best friends.
Of course. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow them on Instagram. I will tag them.
That's thumbnail.
Alright, so follow me on Instagram. I'll leave Renee from like Nicole Verona. I keep saying NCB, but you change your
Right, I changed my
I look it up and I'm like, oh, that's not her name. Alright, so I'll leave their @s right here. Follow them on Instagram. These are my friends. My friends. I love them so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed this girl talk. Let us know if y'all want to see them on my channel more.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shawty. Go ahead.
Tell them that she ne's to get on her gym stuff for social media. She needs to get on her makeup stuff.
I used to have
Goodbye.
I have a YouTube channel.
She has a YouTube channel and she has a makeup page.
I just be
as we just like slam social media.
Right. No,
I mean, honestly, I'm very big on social media and I'm like, social media.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. But
yeah.
Okay. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video, guys. I love you guys so much and I will see you guys in my next video.
Bye, my love.
Ryan Little.